So after Erickson got done telling us about that trapper territory near the lighthouse, I took a boat all the way back to the mainland just so we could upgrade a few of our weapons, mainly the radium rifle, since we really had not touched that thing. But once I got back here, I did notice just how far away the lighthouse was, and that seems like it's going to be an extremely long walk, even from a place like Flight 1207. So for the time being, we're back here at Far Harbor, which I figured would be for the best, considering we still need to talk to Cassie Dalton and turn in that quest, and it looks like we also need to get back to Captain Avery as well. And I'm pretty sure she should be somewhere upstairs.
Guns, ammo, and souvenirs. Get them while they're in stock.
Avery.
I'll be straight with you. It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you, if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
Alright, and what exactly would you need me to do?
Just tell me the problem.
We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad storm not long before you got here, and it must have damaged the fog condensers that protect the road to the purifier. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us, and I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it.
Well, if it really is to the south, like you mentioned, then it sounds like it should be on our way to the lighthouse. But I'm wondering if we're gonna need any sort of special tools to repair those things.
Am I gonna need any tools or parts if I have to make these repairs on my own?
The fog condensers need their power modules replaced, but Howard took the only spares we had. Either way, you're gonna have to find him first.
Yeah, it sounds like that could be a problem. But I'm sure we'll figure something out.
All right, I'll head out there now.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
Alright, and I'm pretty sure Cassie Dalton should just be at the end of the dock waiting for us.
Food in front, dock in back. The bait shop.
A lot of people only got the clothes on their back here.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. Ha ha! I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
Now, if I remember correctly, you did have other family members, didn't you?
So, who else needs to be avenged?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I've been thinking about what's next, and then it came to me. We all love our grandparents, don't we? Kind, gentle, doting, love to spoil you. You'd never want something awful to happen to them. Nobody would. That's why it broke my heart when I lost Grandpa George.
And what exactly happened to him?
What happened to him?
He had a farm, little ways north of here. Lived a peaceful life, working the land and not causing anyone trouble. The island sent something after him. A huge monster, mean as spit and with claws to snap steel beams. A fog crawler. Grandpa bravely stood his ground. A shotgun in his hands, holding off that terror while the farmhands fled back here. If you can take out that shell-backed devil, it'll send a message loud and clear that says the Daltons never forget when they've been wronged.
You know, I'd be more than happy to help. But I think it would be nice to know where this massacre happened.
Where can I find this farm?
Follow the coastline to the north.
Alright, we'll consider your grandfather avenged.
That fog crawler's gonna pay. For Grandpa George.
That's the spirit.
Okay, and where exactly is that? Oh, that's pretty far up north, isn't it? which is pretty much in the opposite direction
times.
of both the lighthouse and whatever
Fine hand.
Captain Avery was talking about. Oh. That's new, isn't it?
You're back. Are you that detective I've heard about?
I think that depends.
I might be. Depends on what this is about.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Okay, well, if you need my help, you might want to tell me a bit more.
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Please, you must help us. Every moment we wait, our residents are at risk.
Like I said, the more you tell me, the better.
Who's the victim?
Well, we want to keep this out of the tabloids, but it's Ezra Parker, the financier of the hotel. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Yeah, I don't see why not. But just between you and me, who's employing you?
Who are your employers?
I shouldn't say out here in the open, but my employers are quite wealthy, as are the other patrons of the hotel. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Sure thing.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
You know what? Why not?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's be off then.
And I know she did say it was up north, which is good considering we were heading up there already. But how far north is it? I guess it still doesn't say, does it? Seems like we may just have to follow her until we eventually find out. But even though we got to ask her quite a few questions, unfortunately, she didn't really tell us that much, did she? At least in terms of helpful stuff. I mean, really, all we know so far is the victim's name.
Looks like it isn't just the police who have been lax lately. The Island's building inspector ought to be fired.
Oh, and I guess we do know where it took place and her employers. Although I'm not really sure that they'd be the guilty ones, seeing as they're trying to look in who did it. But you never know. I guess we ought to keep an open mind. Yeah, hang on there, Pearl. Might as well check some of these places out. Not saying they're gonna be a jackpot or anything, but they could be worth a look. You know, I must say, I think they've done a really good job at improving what the base game of Fallout 4 kind of missed out on. Because I've noticed thus far the dialogue seems so much better. Not really how you say things, but more along the lines of how much you can say and what you can say. Because in this DLC, I'm noticing you can ask so many more questions. And it's almost like when you ask that first question, it opens up a whole new tree of other ones you can ask.
I got your back. Okay, what's next? Straight and true. I'll teach you.
Alright. I mean, we might as well take this. Seems like it could be pretty good against ghouls. And you know, if we don't end up using it, we could always sell it for a nice profit. Only thing we need to worry about is how much carrying space we have left. But other than that, I don't see why we shouldn't pick up as many of those things as possible now. Oh yeah, and one more other thing I do like about this DLC, maybe a bit more than the base game, is the atmosphere. Seems like the Commonwealth was a bit more lighthearted and colorful. But Far Harbor is definitely a lot more gritty, which is a bit more like how Fallout 3 was. Oh my gosh. This isn't a vault, is it? Okay, well, since it is, how exactly do we get down there? Because I'm not seeing any sort of button in here, which is where we usually find them. Might as well talk to Pearl, maybe she knows what's going on.
I wish we still had the staff to keep up this area of the hotel. It's in quite a state of disrepair.
Hang on, what was that?
It's probably best Maxwell hasn't seen the state of the hotel. He would be devastated. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I don't see why not. But did you mention something about rowdy patrons?
What do you mean the other patrons are rowdy?
I had not been in this part of the hotel for some time. Perhaps there is some sort of sporting event that has them agitated. Several of them tried to grab me and, well, their clothing was certainly not suitable for polite company. Shall we be off?
Pearl? Are you sure these guests of yours aren't ghouls?
I'm gonna look around here first.
Very well. We can commence into the hotel as soon as you are ready.
Yeah, we may want to check to make sure really quick. Just so that she doesn't get absolutely destroyed in here. Oh yeah. I feared as much. Oh man, looks like you boys lost your legs.
Watch your step. Bit of a mess in here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Watch your step. Bit of a mess in here.
Okay, looks like she's ready to start leading the way again.
Drat. The elevators seem to be out of order on this level. We'll have to take the long way around.
It's you or me, and it ain't gonna be me.
Time to stop for a drink, yeah?
I really am a bit surprised that she still doesn't know these guys are ghouls.
Why not? Ain't doing
I mean, really, she might be the most clueless robot we've ever met. Because even Codsworth, I'm sure, could tell the difference. And obviously, robots like Ada or Kiri could. Only thing this robot knows is that they're a bit more rowdy than the other guests. I shouldn't be that harsh on her, though.
Got it.
I guess she is smart enough to kill him, at least. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm still really curious, though, how exactly we're gonna find a way into that vault. Because if the button wasn't down there, I really doubt it would be anywhere on this hotel. I could always be wrong, though. Yeah, no button up here either. Although maybe she knows something we don't. Because we have seen other vaults that are sort of integrated with a whole nother building. So maybe that's kind of what this is. Because she was trying to take an elevator downstairs, wasn't she?
Time to earn that next.
Whoa, what the hell are those things? A caltrop? Yeah, I'm not sure why it was gonna let us shoot at him.
I'll be drinking a toast to your corpse.
Because it doesn't seem like it does any damage to us if we're on top of him, does it?
Count the ammo and see what's left.
Man, why are we picking up so many rads? This is insane. Also, speaking of insane,
What a mistake you made.
let's talk about the amount of recoil this thing has. Even while using jet. Oh shit. That there is one fat ghoul.
Here we go.
And he just came right down from the ceiling, didn't he? Yeah, they must have been up there in the rafters.
Guess we got no choice.
Fresher.
Oh, you know what? I think I know why that shotgun had so much recoil. Yeah, it's because we're still using this one. Which does 25% more limb damage, but also has the negative effect of being a lot more hard to control. Alright, well that takes care of them. At least for now. I gotta hope we are at least getting a little bit closer to this place, though. Seems like so far we really have had no luck, have we?
Time to earn that next drink.
Oh, wow. That one might not actually be too bad. Because think about it, we do aim down quite often. Although maybe not with our shotgun though, do we? Oh, that thing's a putrid glowing one? I was wondering why he was a little more dull looking than the other ones. Because usually those glowing ones are really bright green.
That's it.
Alright,
Might
anything
learn
else in
that
here?
trick myself.
Well, no ghouls. That's a first. Although there really is not much of anything in here, is there? But I'm guessing Pearl must have kept going downstairs. So we might as well head that way too.
This elevator leads to the exclusive area of the hotel. You should feel quite privileged that they will be allowing you in.
Yeah, as long as they're not ghouls. Oh, you know what though, guys? Like I mentioned, this might be our way into the vault. So maybe there's actually a chance that the people down there are really human? That would be a nice surprise. Still does seem pretty crummy down here though, doesn't it? Oh, finally. Here's our way in.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118. Your home away from home, underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
Yep, that would be me.
Yes, I'm the detective.